Speaking of Andrè, he recently in another interview said that he wants to do an Outkast album. He said the human side of him wants to do an Outkast album.
The what?
The human side. The human side of him wants to do an Outkast album.
What the hell does that mean?
I guess that means he's an alien. I don't know.
An AT alien?
And he said that
go perform the songs from the album.
He said he wants to do the album or wants to do an Outkast album. He said Big Boy never asked him to do an Outkast album. That's what he said.
Niggas shouldn't have to ask you to do your job. That's the wildest shit I heard this year. Like, of all the wild stuff he said, this is the wildest. Big Boy didn't ask me to do an Outkast album. What? Mike.
Dot with the super chat says, what made Drake's career was him stealing Big Sean's flow on his hit song Forever. Is that what did it? Anyway.
It's a multitude of things did it.
Yeah.
Mostly Wayne did it for him.
Yeah, mostly. Wayne and Ye, and I'll give him Big Sean. Mad Max to the super chat says, early Drake is making mood music over Hudson beats. 808s ain't really have the impact on Drake like y'all claim it did. Okay.
Hold on, that's Mike D that said that, Mad Max.
Yeah, I said that. Oh, they say I'm taking it out of context. Okay. Let me just pull up what he actually said then.
Are we taking it out of context now?
Since y'all want to be like that, we're taking it out of context. Okay. Let me see exactly what he said. I don't want to take Dre out of context.
I'd like to apologize to the real hip-hop fans. This is a sensitive-ass part of the discussion.
Yes.
Where we talk about the love below 808s and heartbreaks that...
Well, let me not take him out of context. I'm going to play it real quick, man. Let me see. Fair use. Let's see what he had to say.
It's ridiculous.
Here we go. Sorry. Live television, guys. Here it is.
He's so whack for this, man. Where my phone at?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Has he ever come at you and said, can we do this again?
No. To be honest, no. But I think because he knows who I am and knows what gets me going, knows what inspires me, knows when I'm excited about something, you know what I mean? So I think in that sense, he's never pushed that issue, but I'm sure, like, I want another Outkast album. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like in my mind, like, but see, that's the thing, that's the human side. Like, I wanted an Outkast album a long time ago. Yeah, and honestly, for me, like, as an individual, it would be gratifying to me to put out a solo kind of rap situation, but not for nobody else at this point. Like, it's for me because actually I like the challenge of how can I make this part of my life interesting in rhyming words. Yeah, I mean, it's still a challenge. So I think
first of all, what white person is he talking to?
Intent, you know, something will happen.
Did I take that out of context?
I'm gonna need a therapist. I've already been looking for one.
He said that, you know,
benefits.
That was the human side of him wants to make an Outkast album. He said he's been wanting to make an Outkast album, and he said he likes the challenge of making a rap solo situation. Now, I'm gonna take his word.
These are bald-headed lies.
That's what he said. He said he wants an Outkast album. Andre 3000 said he wants an Outkast album. Now, it's 2023, about to be 2024. We haven't gotten an Outkast album in 23 years, going on 24 years.
These are bald.
What has actually been stopping that? Because Big Boy has gone out there on multiple occasions talking about a 10 the Hard Way record with Organized Noise and Dre and Big Boy, and they doing 10 songs. Big Boy has had to go out there and say that they have music on the way. They have this and that. So what exactly is stopping an Outkast album from happening? Is it the big bad people at Jive now? I don't even know if Jive is even operating anymore. Right.
Does Jive exist?
Because that was the excuse for a while. It was Jive. Now we get the Flute album.
I know it's some Jive.
Right. Now we get the Flute album on Epic Records. And is there an Outkast album coming?
Did this Negro just say, Big Boy ain't called me because he knows how I am about my inspiration? Pause. How about you call his black ass
he said that,
when you feeling inspired?
I don't want to take anything too out of context.
No, I'm taking it for what you just said.
He did say before this, because this was a clip, he did say that him and Big Boy are close, because that's what the interviewer asked, if him and Big Boy are close. That's how this whole thing came
Andre
about.
done popped up at his son's college football games and all that. That ain't got shit to do with no rap.
You know what it sounds like to me, and somebody said this in the chat. I think once he's made these initial statements about hip-hop and Outkast and rapping and things like that, he's seeing the reaction that people are getting from what he's saying, and now it sounds like he's backpedaling a little bit.
Backpedaling.
I've never heard him say, I want an Outkast album in 23 years.
Backpedaling like Deion Sanders in '89.
In 20
playing
years.
Cornerback.
I have never heard Dre say he wants an Outkast album. Ever.
So the guy that just said he wasn't interested in rap and didn't know what to talk about at 48 years old, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is now saying that he's been wanting to make an Outkast album.
And he likes the challenge of putting together a solo rap album to challenge himself to rap about something.
These are bald-headed lies. Bald-headed lies.
Dre. I love Dre, man. I love Outkast. I think they're one of, if not the greatest, hip-hop group, duo, however you want to put it.
Greatest hip-hop group of all time just got residency in Vegas because they go out and perform their shit.
It's true. And you know what? Cass could have gotten that residency in Vegas years ago.
They have more mainstream appeal than Wu-Tang Clan does, actually.
They do.
They actually would have been the first one to get the residency had somebody actually wanted to perform these damn songs the last 2 decades.
And the Super Bowl. Because you remember Big Boy did the Super Bowl here in Atlanta by himself.
Very well aware of that.
By himself.
He does a lot of things by himself here in Atlanta.
The Braves night that they did an Outkast night for the people who don't know about a month ago.
Little bobblehead?
Yeah, with the bobbleheads. They had a whole Outkast menu at the Braves game. Big Boy showed up for that. I think Sleepy Brown too. Shout out to him. Dre wasn't there. You want an Outkast album?
Shit wild.
You want an Outkast album, the Atlanta Braves did a whole Outkast night, and you didn't show up for that. That wasn't a hip-hop thing, right?
You understand this is wild, right?
I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean?
Saying,
like,
this is wild. You understand?
This is what I'm gonna say as an ATLian and somebody who grew up on their music and loves them to death, loves Dungeon Family to death, man. I don't believe you when you say you want an Outkast album.
When I go see my therapist, the first thing that I'm gonna do is you're gonna be like, Armand, what would you like to talk about today? Be like, hold on, cut this flute album on for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get in to subject number 1.
And we're sorry for all the 3000 talk, guys, but there just keeps being things said that we have to address. It seems like every show he's saying something different. And but you know what? Let's just hope that the reality is he does want to do an Outkast album, and let's just see it happen.
Stop that, Mike. Stop that. No, he doesn't.
He does. We'll believe it when
What
we
is
see
stopping him? What has been stopping him? Resources? No. Money? No. A willing partner? No. Willing producers? No.
This is the thing.
He don't want to do no damn Outkast album. What he not about to do is sit up here and lie to us.
Andre is just like the other Dre on the West Coast. If he gets up and wants to do something, everybody's moving. If Dr. Dre said today, you know what?
He don't got it like that, but I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean. But no, with the Dungeon he does. If he got up and said, you know what, man, we're going to bring this Dungeon Family album together or Outkast album together, and I'm really going to work on this, niggas is moving.
No, actually, I don't think niggas
You don't think so?
No, that time has come and gone.
You don't think that happens
We just
anymore?
got done selling Gipp's goodie bag around here. Big Boy got a whole career without him.
Yeah?
No, CeeLo has so many other endeavors. No, they not getting up and jumping
right.
if he does that.
You're right.
Why would CeeLo jump for that? Why would Gipp jump for that? Why would Big Boy jump for that?
The kid in me wants to believe that's the reality.
Man,
maybe it's not.
The adult in me is going to get some therapy about it, Mike.
Mad Max in the Super Chat says, Andre is exiled from hip-hop. He's a flute former, an MC in disguise. Don't waste your breath on him. Knock off James Brown. He called him a knockoff James Brown.
It's disrespectful.
I would say a little bit more Jimi Hendrix-esque if we want to go.
No, both of those guys are creative geniuses.
No, for real.
That put out work that identified themselves as solo artists, as creative geniuses.
For sure.
He
and
not
they put
that.
in a lot of work.
He's not that. James Brown's called the hardest working man in show business. That wasn't some made up shit.
No.
That was some real shit. Don't you ever compare.
He performed to the day he died.
Don't you ever compare Andre's non-working ass to James Brown. That is absurd.
James was on stage to the day he died.
He's still probably a top 5 stage performer of all time. Maybe
Probably.
top 3.
Who you got over James Brown?
On stage?
Yeah, like
Mike. Prince, if you want the full thing.
That's about it. Thumbs up in the chat.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, man. I mean, because if we're talking about the band too, nah, man, there's not many people you could put ahead of James Brown.
Funky drummer.
Yeah, it's only really it's only Michael and Prince, and that can be argued.
That's argued.
Exactly.
That's arguable.
Exactly.